أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم. Inshallah, we will finish Surah Al-Asr today. As I told you before, that is a small surah, but it is very comprehensive and thorough, so much so that Imam Shafeeq rahimahullah say, if Allah would have not revealed the whole Qur'an, only this surah, that was enough for the guidance of the mankind. And the Sahaba, when they used to see one another and they shake hands with one another, they will not leave the hands of one another until they will quickly say Surah Al-Asr to one another. Wal-Asr innal insana lafi khusr. Right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear by the time, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make an announcement that the whole mankind is in loss. Okay? And because their wealth is the time, and time is so fluid that if you lose it, you cannot make up for it. You say, I will make up for it, but you cannot. Okay? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that the people who are the hamilin mean the possessor of the four qualities, they will be saved from that loss. Okay? And the first one of that was illa mean except, alladhina mean those, and amanu mean iman, faith, except those who have iman. Okay? So iman mean that you verify the news of another person, okay, without asking any proof. This is called iman bil ghaib. Okay, iman mean what? Tasdeeq, verifying the news of a person without asking him the proof. This is called iman. Illa alladhina amanu. And the news will be what? That Allah is existing and He is most powerful with all His sifat, with all His attributes. Okay? And then the angels are existing, and the prophets, all we believe in them, and the books we believe in them, and that this life is not the end of the game, but there is a life after death, and there is a judgment. Okay? So all these things you have to have iman, because there are so many people who don't have iman in these things. So now the one who don't have iman, they are eliminated. They are outside now. They have iman. But iman is not just enough. If you have all these iman and firm convictions in your heart, but you don't do that, your actions are not according to that. So you are not good also. You are not complete. Okay? You are only good 1/4. وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, and they perform the good deed. Okay? So, amilu mean performing, salihat mean good deed. Salihat, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, a good deed. And then I told you, the good deed who perform will be a good person. And who is a good person? Who do good deed. And good deeds are what? Salat, and siyam, and zakat, and hajj. They are only the department of ibadat. There are 3 other ibadat also. And they are muamalat, muasharat, and akhlaq. Okay? So then the person who is have iman, okay, and ibadat, and muamalat, and muasharat, and akhlaq, he will be considered as a good man. He will be the one who performed the good deed. These are discussed in the previous lecture in detail. وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say that this deen is ijtima'i. Okay? Your hajj is all collective. Your salat is all collective. You are affected by one another. You are all just like one body. This is not infiradi, that you say only me. No, you have to take care of the other people also. That is why in salat, when you pray your salat, you are only one person. But what you say? Ihdina, guide us. Okay? So although you are only one, you don't say ihdini, guide me. You say what? Ihdina, guide us, because you are all one. There are so many other people also with you. Okay, so ihdina sirat al-mustaqim, you say. So in the same way, you have iman and you perform good deeds, so it should be finished. But no, Allah say, if you do the 1 and 2, you are only 50% good. Now you have to add another one to become 75% good. And then you have to add another one to become 100% good. Okay, so that is what? وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. Okay, the third one is what? وَتَوَاصَوْا بالحق. So now look here. The word, where's Wasim? He's here? Okay, bring him to the front here. Wasim, this man. The one. Come here. Samne beto. Okay, so now look where. Tawaswi. Okay? Okay, so look, tawasi is from bab tafa'ul, which automatically you have to add what? Each other. Any action which is in the bab tafa'ul is what? Has to be performed by two people. Like for example, can you fight with yourself? No, you need another person. Okay, so you will use bab tafa'ul. Okay, fighting each other. Okay, teaching, you need another person to teach to him. So they call tadarus, teaching each other. So you put in that format, tafa'ul, tadarus, takhasum, tanasur. It will, okay, each, and you have to, in English translate, you have to add with the word each other, each other, each other. Okay, each other is coming from where? From that format of tafa'ul, takhasum. So the same is tawaswi, each other. Okay, now the root word is wasiyya. Okay, wasiyya. Okay, what is the original concept of wasiyya? The original concept of wasiyya is like this. A person, he has a bad accident on the highway and blood is gushing out from his body. Okay, and the people came to save his life. When they look at his body, they tell him at least you have 5 or 6 minutes to live. You cannot make it. Okay, but he still can talk. So now that person has 5 or 6 minutes, but it might be 3 minutes, it might be 2 minutes. They just say approximately 5 or 6 minutes you have. So they tell him a cell phone, and if you want to say something for your family. Okay, now in those 3, 4, 5 or 6 minutes that he has, what he gonna, okay, look, he will be true. He not gonna lie. Right? At that time he will lie. No, he will not lie. The second thing is that what? He will be to the point. He not gonna say it's rainy today, it is windy today. Because he has a few daqaiq, a few seconds. He will be to the point. Okay? And the third thing will be what? He will adopt the order of importance, what he want to say. Okay? And he will be sincere. These are the characteristics of wasiyya. The order of importance is what? Like for example, if I am that person, I will say, make sure that my youngest son memorize the Qur'an, okay? He has 5 juz remaining. Then I will say, stay firm and then, okay, take care of the masjid. Then I will say, okay, say, keep the hijab of your woman, okay? Don't go here and there. Okay? Don't do riba, okay? And stay firm on Islam and transfer this generation all the way to your don't leave your deen. This is what you will say. Who care about the money and the business and okay, don't sell the black car and don't buy the thing. You understand what I'm saying? So you will go in the order of importance. Al-aham fal-aham. You understand what I'm saying? So this is wasiyya. The true wasiyya is this one. That you will be true, you will be to the point, not here and there thing. You will go in the order of importance and you will be very sincere. You're not going to play game at that time. You understand? This is wasiyya. So wasiyya is the ultimate word in Arabic, the sweetest and the kindest. Okay? The most kind. So look, like for example, Arabic is very rich. Like for example, if you want to activate a person to do something and you want to convince him. So look, you can say, I give him nasiha. Then you can say, I did tabligh. Then you can say, I did wa'az to him. Then you can say, I did ta'keed to him. Then you can say, I bring tashweeq in him. Then you can say, I bring targheeb to him. Then you can say, I bring tarheeb to him. You understand what I'm saying? All these are the words of the Arabic that you tell, okay, to him, that I did ta'keed, tashweeq, targheeb, tarheeb. None of them have the meaning of wasiyya. The ultimate word that you really, really want to save a person from a bad thing and to bring good quality with him is what? Wasiyya. You understand what I'm saying? That is why Allah never die. But what Allah say? Yusikum Allahu. Allah is giving you wasiyya. You understand? Usikum wa nafsi bi taqwallah. I give wasiyya to myself and I give wasiyya to you that be afraid of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So instead of thinking that they give nasiha to each other, they give tabligh to each other, they give wa'az to each other, they ta'keed one another, tashweeq, targheeb, tarheeb. You understand what I'm saying? All these, Allah say, watawasaw. They give wasiyya to each other. Why? Because they are to the point, they are sincere. Okay? They adopt the order of importance. Okay? And so this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, watawasaw bil haqqi. Okay? So they do wasiyya. Okay? To each other. Here he say what? Exhorted. Okay. So watawasaw bil haqqi. So then now they become 75% good. Watawasaw bil haqqi. Okay? Now watawasaw bis sabri. And they give wasiyya, the advice, the exhortation to what? Patience. So in the ulama say, tawasi bil haq include tawasi bil sabr. Okay? Because if you say, oh, you do tawasi bil haq, so sabr is haq too. Like sabr is one of the sifat. So taqwa is also sifat. Wa tawasi bil taqwa, khashya, ikhlas. Why Allah pick here sabr? Why sabr is so important? Because the ulama say, actually it is amar bil ma'ruf nahi anil munkar in other wordings. Okay? So look, tawasi bil haq mean what? To do the good deeds. And tawasi bil sabr mean that to stop the sins. Why? Because every time when you control yourself from a sin, so what you are demonstrating? Sabr. Patience, right? So a person who have more sabr, he will be more away from the sin. And the person who has less sabr, less patience, he will be less away from the sin. So tawasi bil haq actually mean that do the good deed. You tell the person to do good deed. Okay? Aqaid sahiha, amal salihah. Make your iman also good and your amal also good. So tawasi bil haq mean that you are telling the person for 1 and 2. Okay? Illa alladhina amanu wa amilu salihat is what? Tawasi bil haq. Okay? But watawasaw bis sabr mean what? That they are telling them to stop the sins also. Don't do the sin. Okay? Watawasaw bis sabr. Okay, another scholar put him in this way. He say a person is misguided because of 2 problems. One is called shubhat and the other is called shahawat. These 2 things will destroy you. Shubhat mean when you have logical doubt in Islam, philosophical, knowledge-wise, you say, how can there be life after death? How can there be angels? We cannot see them. Okay? So these are called what? Doubts, shubhat. And shahawat mean when you follow your desire. You don't look at halal and haram. So tawasi bil haq is what? That you eliminate his shubhat. And tawasi bil sabr mean what? That you do ilaj, treatment of his what? His shahawat. Okay? So tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Right? Okay.
Wal asr, I swear by the time. Inna, indeed, al insan, mankind, lafi, definitely in khusr, loss. Illa, except alladhina, those who amanu, believed, wa and amilu, worked, salihat, righteousness, wa and tawasaw, advised each other bil haqq, with truth, wa and tawasaw, and advised each other bis sabr, with patience.
All right? Okay. So look, uh, when you make a stop here, so the ra also, you will say a sukun and the ra also. So you will say wal asr. Okay, wal asr. And if you say it is hard for you, so don't make a stop. You say wal asri inna al insana lafi khusr. And inna has noon mushaddad, so you do a gunna. Inna. Okay? Insan has a gunna too. The same thing here, khusr. Okay, khusr. So if it is hard, so you can go ahead. Lafi khusrin. Like for example, if I say, I will say, wal asri innal insana lafi khusrin illa alladhina amanu. Then you are safe. You don't have, you make a stop, illa alladhina amanu, and then you repeat the illa alladhina amanu again. Illa alladhina amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawasaw. There is waw lean here. Because waw has sukun and the letter before has a fatha. Okay? So you make sure that you say the waw correctly, that is waw lean. Tawasaw. Bil haqqi. If you make a stop, bil haqq, you do qalqala. Wa tawasaw bis sabr. Here you have to be. You cannot make a stop until you want to go to the next surah. Okay? So ba you have to do qalqala also and make sure you say the ra. Don't say bis sabr. Bis sabr. Okay? Wa tawasaw. Say the surah. Hassan. Oh my God.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.
No, you say the other way. Don't make a stop here and here.
والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.
Alright? Okay, وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.